That's a big mistake in my opinion.
Plus, as you said,
I thought that was dumb.
He's never been in this situation. We saw what happened to Jari last year in that situation, although he had an injury issue that he was dealing with. But the bottom line was,
could you believe that, Bob? Who is this guy barking at the Penguins
he's a young
coming
kid
off
who's
the
never
ice?
done it. It's one thing if you have a guy who's been around the league for a long time and had, but this guy hasn't really done it. And again, the Penguins have a long way to go to fix some of their problems. But man, if they do meet in a series, I'm sure they will remember that. And guys like Crosby and Malkin, you get them going a little bit, poke the bear. We'll see what happens. Let's go to the lines. Kurt in Manor, first up tonight. What's up, Kurt?
Hey, Kurt.
Hey, how are you guys?
Good.
Good. Hey, I just wanted to pick your brain as far as the call on Angela. Did you think that was a legitimate call, or?
I did not like it.
And one more thing: do you not think Friedman is not going to be a good antagonist for the Pens?
By the way, did you see? Thanks for the call, Frank or Kurt. Did you see Pony when the Malkin thing was going on? I forget who it was for the Rangers who was involved with Matheson. He gets to the bench. All those guys were yelling at him something. Carter, Friedman, Kapanen. You can just imagine what they were telling the guy who had nowhere to go. He's trapped in the Penguin bench.
It looked like Kreider tried to get in from behind on Matheson, too, as a third guy in, which is something that the
then
NHL...
he quickly said, oh, no, he pulled off.
It's supposed to legislate that out. Hey, the Rangers' power play is second in the NHL. They make a lot of hay when they put an extra skater on the ice. But guess what, Bob? That doesn't happen in the playoffs. Those refs, they either swallow those whistles, and I don't know how they exit the body. That would be a tough thing to sit down and try to do. Or they just straight up don't pack them for playoff games. They leave them at home. So that's why I'm not as intimidated as the Rangers. They score so many power play goals. They're so good at it, but I don't think you can rely on the special teams power play to win a Stanley Cup playoff series.
That's also bad news for the Penguins, who tend to do their best when they're playing their best on the power play. But you're right. You don't see that many chances unless things get out of hand. Let's go out to Ken in Beachview joining us right now, live, right here on the air. What's up, Ken?
Hey, hi, Phil. How you doing? Hey, Bob, I got to say one thing. Tristan Jarrett, he sucks for the Penguins. And as long as he's playing the playoffs, he's going to get killed. And the Pirates is going to have a long, long season.
Well, you're not telling us anything new there. I mean, that's to be expected. The question is, as I said the other night, I think either to you or Chris, Andrew, this season is not about wins and losses. It's about who steps up, and they better have more than just one guy. It needs to be 3, 4, 5 guys who have really good years that you can count on moving forward as a foundation, because if that doesn't happen, I have no idea where this franchise goes.
But when do the wins start to matter, Bob? If not 2022, then when?
Soon, next year, whenever. But I'm saying this year, this team is just, if you analyze the team, there's no way you can make the conclusion that they're going to avoid 100 losses. At least I don't think so. But you know what I'm saying?
I have a fashion question for you. Can I ask you a fashion question?
Sure.
That beautiful blue jacket that you're wearing that people on our 93.7 The Fan simulcast can't see. When you're standing, are you supposed to keep it buttoned or unbuttoned? I'm so confused on that. And when you sit down, so when you sit down, do you button it or unbutton? No, I know, but when you're standing, it's supposed to be one way, and when you're sitting, it's supposed to be a different way, correct?
Not necessarily.
No?
No, I have it buttoned now.
So you
I
always leave unbuttoned?
No. I just had it. You know, it's all those maraschino cherries that are backing up on me right now. And I think what's happening is I don't have any room.
What makes you decide to button or not button?
I don't know. How I feel that day. If my stomach's bigger than it should be because of too much consumption. By the way,
so you're saying there's not a fashion rule?
You never said, I mean, fashion today is what you want it to be, I think. But you saw me eat that the other night. You never said one word to me there in person. Not one. It didn't bother you there.
That's because Jared made it seem like it was normal. Jared was next to you. He must have seen this cherry trick before that you pull at Penguins games.
Yes.
You know, luckily you come in late, so because obviously you have to do a sportscast. So by then, most people have already had their ice cream. But if you were first in line, I'd be very nervous that there would be no cherries left for everybody else. Because you just, Bob, it's a borderline addiction. I don't know if you've got cherries at home, but if you do, Lisa needs to hide them right now. Because you're going to go crazy on those things.
All right, let's move right along. We got Mike in Beaver County. What's up, Mike? How you doing?
Hi, Mike.
Hey, Paul. Pony, how you guys doing? It's Beaver,
Hey, Mike.
by the way, not Beaver County, but anyway, it doesn't matter. Pomp, you had a great call with Cameron Smith today.
So far.
Give me 3 numbers for the lottery tomorrow, quickly. And I want to know, you could sum up the Pirates season at the bottom of the first inning when Hayes had the pop fly go over his head, and then he ended up hurting his finger after they gave him the $70 million contract, so that's about up. And then I was with Shesterkin. They split me over the week because I went on Jari's side, but now Shesterkin, once again, we don't have any bottom 4 defense. I'm sorry.
Well,
it's going
first
to be
of all,
a short series.
Shesterkin's not had a very good month of March, heading into April. He was not at his best. He built up some really good numbers. He's come back down to earth a little bit, although he's played well against the Penguins. Again, to Andrew's point, I'm not necessarily going to believe he's just going to be, Vezina Trophy quality all the way through the playoffs. There are a lot of good goaltenders, and there are a lot of goaltenders who may fade. Who knows? That's the beauty of playing these games, Andrew.
I've just never seen, I've never seen something like that before. What he did tonight. I've seen, the Flyers and Penguins, Scott Hartnell and Giroux and guys like that'll talk trash. We've even seen goalies fight each other. Brent Johnson and Rick DiPietro. But I've never seen a goalie after a regular season game taunt a team as they went off the ice. That was so bizarre to me.
The only thing I got to conclude out of that is the Penguins did something at the end of the game. I'm not sure what precipitated that stuff where Kreider was on the bottom of a pile there, and he was upset with Friedman, who was on top of him. I don't know if Friedman started that or what. I'd like to know more about that situation because it could have very well been that. We got to take a break here, Andrew. We got more coming up, more calls. Call us, 412-575-2600. It's the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call.